Nobody, absolutely nobody wanted a Jewish cemetery in the very center of Venice, not even the Judeca. They did want us as neighbors, not even as dead.
I want to say that my earliest memory of Aldo is as a young boy, when our little dog died. And I remember Aldo giving me a little prayer for animals. And I think it was the sweetest possible thing that one could do to console someone who luckily had never encountered death before, and the first death was that of his pet. And that I thought was, a sign of the incredible human and humane aspect of Aldo.
The Lido at that time was the most out of the way place you could imagine. It was empty. Not quite empty, because since 1043, there was a monastery of Benedictine friars. And when the Benedictine friars heard about a Jewish cemetery coming in there, they considered all that area was San Nicolò, their own property, And then they started with horrible vandalic actions in the cemetery, not only capsizing, breaking down tombstones, but they're trying to unbury the bodies and scatter the remains around the place, because they were thinking that the Jews were buried with the gold and precious stones, but it's just the contrary. But the Bible say, naked you came out of your mother, and naked you go back to the earth. For sure, there were nothing to find except the bones. The cemetery is very close to the entrance of the harbor of Venice. So in time of war, they had to barracks, troops, guns. For doing this, they were shifting away all the tombstones. And once the emergency was over, we did not know where to place back the tombstones. And you know how careful we are about this kind of things. Well, so we asked to the Magistratura del Piovego for a new plot of ground to go on with our burials. But the years going by, the ancient cemetery was forgotten, and the vegetation uncontrolled was growing wild, and so thick that not even a snake could crawl inside.
It has happened so many times that I have important authors, important thinkers, important artists who come to Venice. And the one thing I always tell them, all right, there are two things you need to do here in Venice. Of course, you have to visit the ghetto, explore the ghetto, and then you have to have a very special experience and go to the cemetery, but not go by yourself, which is in itself an interesting thing to do, but really walk the cemetery, walk down memory lane, walk down history with Aldo. And I must say that every single time I myself learn new things. I've never seen any place where someone really is so in a kind of symbiosis with a place, cares so much for a place, and makes so much for a place and make it come alive.
And so we started, it was a big, big job because the vegetation had so many dead, living and dead trees. And all the tombs were covered with ivy, and vegetation so thick, I told you, not even a snake could crawl inside of that cemetery. So it was a big work. And then the tombstones were also restored, cleaned up with chlorine and so on. Well, we started the works on June 5th, 1998, and finished in October 13, 1999. Big event for that place was so abandoned for centuries, was crowded with any kind of people. Now you can visit it, you can read what's written on the tombstones, and that's why I started. I'm still going on. Today is the 28th of April, right?
Right.
I was born on the 28th of August. 1930. So today I'm 91 and 8 months. In 4 months I will be 92, God willing. Okay. Ho finito?
Finito? Perfetto.